We got to jump over the hip hop lane real quick. We often talk about new voices, new energy in hip hop. About a month ago, we got a viral sensation out of the Bronx by the name of Scarlett, who just blew up with her song, Get the F Out of New York. I wanted to talk about the reemerging of New York homegrown talent. The reason why I think the hip hop community needs to get behind her, it's not because the animation, it's because she's being herself. I heard her interview. I believe she has a dope story. She talked about her family background, her family dynamics. I believe she's half Nigerian, half African American. But as far as her sound, I saw the negative comments. Oh, that looks crazy and animated. It's never gonna work. Let me remind you, because I'm an old head, there's two notorious sounds that are similar to hers. She already said her influence is DMX. She said that's somebody she like studied. The other one is she kind of got that hook or the energy from Onyx. I think she's the next big thing to blow because it's unique. New York City has been in a rut for about 5 to 7 years, basically just sounding like drill artists. And that's no disrespect to nobody, but we finally got somebody that said, I can do drill records, but I'm going to at least try a unique sound that you haven't really heard females rap like. So the record came out, is doing great. She's working on a remix for it. She previewed a Busta Rhymes clip where Busta Rhymes is showing her love. So she's getting some support. Before I finish going off about where I think this should go, what are your thoughts on somebody like her?
I think what was kind of disturbing to me was I think the video clip that came out, I'm going to be honest, it didn't look right.
But don't forget, the record executives at Def Jam was thinking DMX was a crackhead when he was 28. This is what Irv Gotti is saying. I'm not comparing her to DMX because obviously we know what X is. I'm comparing her uniqueness to not fit the standard stereotype of what I've heard New York City sound like for 5 years. There needs to be more representation in hip hop like her and Lola Brooke. There's a certain aesthetic when it comes down to women rappers. I guess it's called colorism. I would like to see more rappers that look like Lola Brooke, that look like Scarlett, get embraced by the hip hop community, the media, and them to soar. And that's no disrespect to the other rappers. I think they're great, but there seems to be a lack of representation and women artists that look like them. And I'll say that. Why I think it's going to work, I was telling you a story about when I was driving back from Puerto Rico when I got off in Jersey from the airplane, and I'm riding back home and Flex is on late night. He's like, yeah, I'm calling all these out of town artists. You know how Flex is.
Yeah.
I'm calling these out of town artists and they management ain't getting back to me. So yeah, I know this Summer Jam, we gonna push our homegrown artists. And then 2 weeks later, I hear this record, Get the F Out of New York. What do you think Flex is gonna play at Summer Jam? If I'm Scarlett's management, I'm getting that remix done before Summer Jam. Could you imagine Busta Rhymes, Cardi B, and a few other lyricists on that record, and they come out at Summer Jam like that? It will be the craziest viral moment in New York hip hop in a while. If I'm her management, I'm quietly working behind the scenes to get the remix to that record done, getting into Flex and say, Flex, don't drop this record into Summer Jams. She drops if she gets the remix done correctly and Flex drops it at Summer Jam, she's out of here.
It's a wrap.
I'm all in support of it. She's a unique artist. From listening to her interview, I like her story. I think she's very positive. She sounds humble. She sounds hungry, and she's creative. So New York, get behind Scarlett. I'm saying she the next big thing. Scarlett is the next out of New York, and we need more representation and uniqueness like her. Hopefully she inspires some other rappers to step out of their comfort zone and do something unique like she's doing.